Go to bigmancomics.com for the best in action adventure entertainment. Rocksteady reportedly starts layoffs after Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League failure. Who could have seen this coming? Gabe Eltaeb here for you. Bigmancomics.com. Go to bigmancomics.com right now. There are still a few copies of Dean Cain, All-American Lawman, Volume 1, the first printing. Still there. We got a lot of other great books in the works. You're going to love what we have coming. This stuff with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, this is just kind of crystallizes the concept of social justice warriors and DEI and everything horrible that's going on culturally right now. And I take this one very personally. What you see scrolling right behind me is the beautiful artwork. Oh, it's sad. The beautiful artwork I did with my friend, the great Carlos de Anda, and of course, Paul Dini wrote this. If you don't know who Paul Dini is, you better ask somebody. He's one of the greatest guys in animation and comics and all that ever. He is one of the great minds, him and Bruce Timm, behind the Batman animated series from the early 90s, which I think is the quintessential Batman. There's nothing better than it. Its tone, the artwork, the stories, the adventure. It's the best. It captured minds. I think it won Emmy Awards back in the 90s. I mean, this is a great show. If you don't have it, there's collected edition like Blu-rays and DVDs or whatever you can get. I'm sure it's on streaming somewhere. They launched a new one, DC, and of course it's all crap and woke, and it didn't make a dent culturally. Nobody cares about it. Now, the reason I take this, so let's say what happened here, right? So they spent tons of money to develop this game over the last few years. It comes out and nobody likes it, and now they're having to lay people off. Real people who've worked their butts off to get jobs in, dream jobs, working in entertainment, video games, comics, movies, all this stuff, and now they're out of a job. They're going to be looking for another job, and this keeps happening because of DEI. Didn't earn it is what it stands for. Diversity, equality, and inclusion, or some nonsense, some communist dream that crybabies endorse. The reason I take this so personally is because, again, the artwork you see behind you, it's beautiful, and I did that artwork. That's mine. Me and my friend Carlos Dana, we made this. And the story was written for us by Paul Dini. It's outstanding, it's fun, it's action, adventure. But when you get DEI types, and they're just resentful people. They're the ugly. What I realize what communism is, it's ugly losers want to destroy handsome and beautiful winners. That's all it is. It's resentment. They look at the winners. They look at the beautiful, the proud, the strong, the accomplished, the wealthy, or even just the middle class, and they want to destroy them out of pure resentment because why don't I have that? So anyway, you have Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And it is that sort of cultural resentment at every level. I never played it, but I saw plenty of clips, as did everyone else. And the point of the game exemplifies what I'm talking about. The Suicide Squad, basically villains, go after the Justice League, who are now evil. And they kill them. And not only do they kill them in like humiliating, degrading ways. At one point, I think they're peeing on the Flash's corpse or the Green Lantern corpse. I don't remember. This is like 9 months ago or 8 months ago when this stupid thing came out. Nobody plays it or anything like that. But nobody plays it. It's not making any money, and they're having to lay people off. And you have to understand, the 15th anniversary of Arkham City, the comic book behind me, but the 15th anniversary of the video game was, I think, just last week. That's a hit game, sold millions of copies. Arkham Asylum is the game that came out a couple years before that got this all started from this Rocksteady Studios. And in life, the most important thing is direction, not location. It doesn't matter where you are. It matters where you're headed. And if you have a failing game on day one, and you're laying people off on day two, guess what your direction is? Your direction is shutdown, destruction. They're going to close if they don't correct course. Now, why is there this resentment? Well, culturally, all these people that come in and make the Acolyte, they make the stupid fake Lord of the Rings on Amazon, the people that come in and make all the horrible comic book stuff and the video game stuff and the Ugly Woman and Star Wars Outlaws, the reason they do this is it's out of resentment because they are an ugly loser themselves. But instead of having a fatherly, masculine influence in their life that said, hey, you don't have to be a loser, you don't have to be fat, you don't have to be broke, you don't have to be all these things you actually hate, you can work hard, you can lose weight, you can improve your spirituality, you can make money, you can achieve things. And when you take the father out of society, you get people who don't think they can achieve anything, yet they feel entitled. So they have this painful cognitive dissonance in their brain. They're like, I should have things. It's like, yeah, you can just work for them, but they don't want to. And that's why they always attach their ugly philosophy, their ugly ideas, their ugly resentment to things that are already successful. Men and women much better than them made these things. Men and women who didn't have this personality problem. Men and women who weren't ugly and resentful far leftist weirdos like this, they made these things because they have grit and determination and hard-fought skills and achievements. That's why they're able to make something excellent like Arkham City. These people come along and they think it's a funny idea to kill Superman because actually he's the bad guy. Kill the Flash because he's the bad guy. Kill the Green Lantern. Kill Batman. And take all these guys that are basically a stand-in for father, for patriarchy, for tradition, for culture. Yeah, guys, you think this is just about art and bad art, this whole DEI thing? This is completely cultural. It's a culture war is what it is. Art is a reflection of culture. And you have a culture filled with people raised without a father or a weak father for the last 50-ish years. You have a couple generations, and they hate dad. But really, they don't hate him. They're just heartbroken because he couldn't be around to love them. And it creates these kind of resentful, entitled people. So I don't see this turning around anytime soon, honestly, because this is a generational thing. And I don't think we can change Disney, Star Wars. I don't think we can change Marvel and DC Comics. I don't think we can. I think we have to make new things. Things need to replace them. It's like when a car, I'm not a mechanic, but when there's a car wreck, right? And if the car is damaged so badly, I think I'm getting this right, that it would cost more money to fix the car than the car's actually worth, they say the car's totaled. Might as well just junk it and get a new car. I feel like these DEI things at Warner Brothers and Disney, I think they're almost totaled. I don't know if they're totaled, but I think they are because it's infested from top to bottom with people who have this ideology now. And it's not so much the talent, because typically talented people have worked very hard, so they're a bit more conservative in their worldview. This is not always true, but a lot of very talented people, they know what it took because they worked very hard to hone those talents. I'm talking about the management. The editors, the middle management, the HR, the people that control the levers of power. Communists are very good at installing themselves. And you can look this up. I didn't make this up. There's a communist concept called the long march through the institutions. And they realize, hey, learning to write and draw and act, that's hard. But you know what's easy? It was playing office politics and getting in charge of the people who make the art. Right? That's what's wrong with Hollywood. That's what's wrong with your entertainment. And most of you don't know that because you didn't work inside. I worked at Warner Brothers. I worked at Warner Brothers and all that as an employee and then as a freelancer for the better part of 15 years. So I know the office politics. I know what goes on inside. And I know most of my fellow artists are pretty normal people who just love art. And it was the very resentful, like for instance, a lot of the comic book editors, and some I love and some are very talented, there was a great number of them that are failed writers and artists. And if you think they're not resentful and don't want to be like, we're going to put my story on it, you're kidding yourself. I saw it firsthand. The condescending, narcissistic way that they would be editors. It's really what makes this awful art. So what do we do? Where do we go from here? Well, I would say this to all of you watching. Why do you have Netflix? Why do you have Disney Plus? I don't have those things. I will admit I have Amazon Prime. Now, I have it first and foremost for free delivery, right? Because I get a lot of art supplies delivered and everyone gets a lot of home goods delivered. So I am supporting them. They are woke with some of their entertainment. I get that. And that's, I mean, all of us are going to end up supporting woke stuff whether we like it or not because it's just the world we live in. So we're not going to be able to shut them down. That I don't want to. That's not my goal. My goal is to make something better. Big Man Comics, and I'm doing it, baby. It's coming out awesome. So I want your support and I need your support. And guys, I deserve your support. Okay, this channel, we're going to have more videos on a regular basis. I plan on doing one video every Tuesday, every Thursday. We're going to post at the same times, the same bat channel, same bat time. So you can tune in, you get my perspective on this stuff, and we can learn and we can have a conversation about it. Now I want to know in the comments below, let me know what you feel about this. Do you think I'm right? Do you think this is a huge cultural thing? Excuse me, a lot of talking and not a lot of drinking of water. But I went 9 minutes there without a sip of water. But do you think that that's what it is? Because I believe that's what it is. I believe that this postmodern era of like the last 100 years of feminism and communism slowly slipping into the culture. And it comes in Homer Simpson and Archie Bunker and all these things that seem just funny and harmless. But what they're doing is they're persuading you, the family, father, tradition. Oh, that's old. That's stupid. That's old-fashioned. You're a Neanderthal. You don't know anything. Oh, there's a 9-minute alarm because I wanted to go at least 9 minutes and now I'm going over. I had no idea that would beep. Sorry, guys. But, first day here. Just kidding. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Because I'm fairly certain, with my experience as a creator of this stuff and a consumer of it, I believe that's what's going on here. I believe that it's a cultural thing, and it's going to take a generation or two to fix. We're not going to fix it in a week or a month or a year. It's going to take years to fix. But we can do it faster than you think. We really can. So I say the way we fix it, first of all, we get our homes in order. We get the fathers back in there, and the father's the head of the household. And when it comes to art, which is the ultimate form of persuasion, what we do is we make it. And if you can't make it, because it takes a decade at least to get world-class skills to write and draw and act and all the things we need, then you must buy it. You must support it, and you will be rewarded. Because people like me make excellent art. My comics, they're better than anyone else's. They're better than anything in Marvel or DC, anything in the indie scene. Mine are the best big man comics. They're beautiful. You'll get them in a timely fashion. They're excellently written and beautifully illustrated. So guys, support me. And if you can make art of your own at a high level, because if we're going to compete, we got to compete at the world-class level, then do so. If you can't compete at the high-class level, then support people who do and raise kids from a young age to act, sing, dance, write, draw, paint, all of it. We need to take culture back. Culture is not inherently liberal. No, it isn't. Art is just about self-expression, and you can be of any persuasion to do that. All right, guys, go to bigmancomics.com. Pick up all my stuff. I got amazing T-shirts. I've got comics. I've got everything you want there. You'll love all of it, and it's shipped in stock, ships fast. And subscribe to me on X. I'm Big Man Comics on X, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, everywhere else. It's Gabe Eltaeb. Subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right, bye-bye. Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow us on social media and go to bigmancomics.com.